How do magnetic fields work to help the body? In this video, I will explain some of the ways magnetic fields affect the body to help it heal itself. Magnetic fields act in basic and fundamental ways on molecules and tissues so they can be helpful across a vast array of health conditions. They affect the most basic functions of all cells, human, animal, and plant included. Some of the basic actions of the cell are to generate energy, to eliminate waste, to repair and regenerate itself, and perform its predetermined functions based on the type of cell it is. Cells use oxygen, water, electric charge, minerals, proteins, fats, sugars, and so on to perform their basic actions. Low intensity, low frequency magnetic fields act on these basic functions of the cells in the body in a very natural way. They only stimulate what the body is capable of responding to. They don't leave anything behind for the body to clear out, like happens with medications. So what are some of these actions? Magnetic fields cause motion of ions and electrolytes in the tissues and fluids of the body. It's very easy and quick to move an ion or electrolyte with magnetic fields. This movement stimulates a vast array of chemical and electric actions in the tissues of the body, helping them to heal. Some people refer to PEMF therapy as electroceutical therapy, in the same category as pharmaceutical or nutraceutical therapies. Through the increased motion of the ions and electrolytes, magnetic fields help cells create more energy or charge by up to 500% more. This energy is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP is fundamental to all body functions and life itself. Without ATP, life would cease. Low levels of ATP in the cell cause cells to be sick or decrease their ability to heal, regenerate, or they will function poorly. Extremely low frequency and low intensity magnetic fields do not seem to affect healthy cells. In healthy cells, these magnetic fields seem to be pretty much ignored. A cell cannot make more energy than it's capable of. In other words, it cannot be overcharged with these PEMFs. Only unhealthy or unbalanced cells need or use this extra energy to get better. Magnetic fields affect charge at the cell membrane and open membrane channels of all cells. This helps to rebalance and restore cell function. If you restore enough cells and tissues, they will all function better. So will the organs. If you restore enough tissues, then the organs will function better. If you restore enough organs, then obviously the whole body will function better. By opening cell channels, nutrients get into cells better and waste gets out better too. Cell injury leads to disease conditions. Magnetic fields protect cells against injury by improving circulation and energy and increasing special stress proteins in the cells. So they can be used to prevent cell breakdown and wear and tear, and also help recovery from any injury, including surgery. After surgery, they will speed the time to repair and recovery. Can magnetic fields work deep in the body? The strength of any magnetic field drops as it gets farther and farther from the surface of the device. That means the field is much weaker several inches away. This is more of an issue with permanent magnets than PEMFs. PEMFs can be much weaker at a specific point in a tissue before they are no longer effective, versus a permanent magnet which acts less deeply in the body. It is not known how low a PEMF intensity or field strength needs to be before there is no helpful action on the body. Does the body block or use up a magnetic field? Well, low-frequency magnetic fields, which I primarily use and recommend, go all the way through the body as if it wasn't even there, without being used up or blocked by the body in any way. All tissues, even bones, are transparent to these low-frequency PEMFs. This is how PEMFs can so easily benefit every cell in the body. This is one of the main wonders of these health tools. How long do the actions of PEMFs last? Exposure to PEMFs is a bit like throwing rocks in a pond. The rock drops to the bottom quickly, but the waves go on for a long time afterwards. The actions of a PEMF carry on for a long period of time after a treatment. That's why we spread out treatments to several times a day, usually 6 to 8 hours between treatments. Since most of the effects of magnetic fields happen because of how they act on ions, especially calcium, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, these ions and electrolytes need to be at the right levels in the body by getting the right amounts in our diets. It's hard to heal depleted tissues with any therapy system. Nutrition needs to be sound, and supplements may be very helpful for magnetic therapy to be the most effective. I usually recommend magnesium supplementation and adequate amounts of daily water as basic needs to make PEMFs more effective. A very important action of magnetic fields is to improve circulation. Almost all magnetic fields will do this. Improved circulation helps bring nutrients into tissues and eliminates the waste from the tissues. It also brings in oxygen and needed nutrients better. Good circulation helps with tissue healing and regeneration, and poor circulation makes tissues unhealthy and prone to disease and breakdown. The result of improved circulation is also the reduction of swelling and the removal of bruising. Muscle energy is also improved with magnetic fields through a process called myosin phosphorylation. Myosin is muscle, and phosphorylation is energy production. That is ATP production. So muscles work longer, harder, and recover faster from their work. This is especially important in athletes. In fact, in anyone who does physical work. Magnetic fields also help muscles relax after their work is done, helping with spasticity, or tension, or spasms. Bones are repaired with PEMFs, whether damaged by surgery or injury. European surgeons found that their patients not only healed their bones faster, but they also had fewer complications from surgery, such as post-operative infections. PEMFs also have been found to improve bone regeneration, such as in osteoporosis and osteopenia. Stress is part of being human. Too much stress is very harmful to the body and accelerates aging and causes at least 65% of our deadly illnesses. Stress reduction activity only now and then allows too much damage to accumulate over time. Stress reduction is therefore necessary for all of us every day. Magnetic fields have many stress-reducing effects. Daily use of PEMFs to the whole body washes out the effects of stress from our bodies, even natural stress. This is a major benefit of PEMFs, and so it's a natural anti-aging tool. Another important action of magnetic field therapy is to balance the immune system. They help tissues recover faster as well and heal faster from infections. By keeping the cells healthier, they are more naturally resistant to infection. There are many other actions of beneficial magnetic fields in the body. How often should treatments be done? Should we do daily treatment or only as problems arise? Magnetic fields are useful for health maintenance, not just for treatment, as I mentioned before with stress. So magnetic fields used daily in the home may be considered an important part of any prevention or health maintenance program. Magnetic therapies are usually complementary to other therapies, and they usually enhance each other's benefits. Rarely are magnetic fields the only approach that should be used to treat a given condition or improve the health of the body. However, compared to many other therapies, the cost versus benefit, for me, favor recommending pulse magnetic fields and allow independent, convenient, and safe home-based use. To end this video, let me say that I have a library of over 25,000 abstracts or papers from which I get much of my information, as well as my medical experience with helping thousands of people with magnetic field therapy. I have seen most of the results I discussed, so these observations are not just theoretical. Regardless of whether you are well or have health challenges, I'm certain that you will get benefit from PEMFs. The question for all of us to answer is, what is the price of good health? Now, as a medical doctor, I am very careful not to overpromise benefits. PEMFs are a form of physical therapy, and as such need to be considered and used properly and with respect and a good understanding of the technology. If used this way, they can be powerful tools for our health and well-being. This is why energy medicine, and PEMFs in particular, are becoming a very important part of the new medicine, as people look to move away from toxic, invasive, and ineffective treatments. So, to end this video, thank you for visiting me on drpollock.com. I wish you all the best in your health journey.